All right, let's get down to it. We got a family member basically on the phone. And y'all know, we know him from Celebrity Fit Club, Eating Healthy, 50 Million Pound Challenge. You know, he's a best-selling author, got books all over the place, and now he's got a new tell-all book, The Truth About Men. The book is full of things that men want you to know that, but won't tell you.
Oh.
So listen up, ladies, because this is going to be a good one here. This is going to be interesting. Put your hands together for our friend, Dr. Ian Smith.
All right, good morning, Dr. Ian.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
Good morning, man.
I've been busy.
Hey, man, we got you, I call it your counterpart, Cheryl Underwood, sitting there with us. You know, what must I do? I know you ain't forgot that.
That's right. Presenters at the Hoodie Awards.
Yeah, you remember that, the Hoodie Awards?
Yes, tell up the hoodies. And Dr. Ian, we can continue this discussion when you come on the talk.
I can't
on
wait
CBS.
to see you. This morning we're going to be in the talk.
Yeah.
That's great.
Hey, man, let's get down to it, man. The book, The Truth About Men, has a title that draws you in. What inspired you about this book?
Well, let me tell you what happened. You know, giving women advice for so long about losing weight, I found that while I was, dispensing information about nutrition and exercise, that they were saying, well, Dr. Ian, I'm having these issues at home. My man did this. What does that mean? He went on vacation, didn't call me for 3 days. How do I interpret that? And so while I'm giving this nutritional advice, I was also giving relationship advice. And then one of the women said, listen, everything you say finally makes sense to me. You should put this into a book. And so I said, okay, let me sit down and put all this advice I've been giving women into a book. And what I realized is that men want women to know certain things, but for whatever reason, whether they're embarrassed or they're a fear of rejection, they simply won't tell them. So this book is not meant to be politically correct. It's not meant to be whether men are right or wrong. It's not about that. This is just a guide for women to let them understand men's idiosyncrasies and the nuances of our relationship bearings.
Okay, so while y'all were working out, you was the counselor at the same time.
Yeah, and I over and over again, I started realizing, man, I mean, relationships and women and weight issues, they have a strong connection there, and the women loved it. Married women too. It wasn't just single women. Married women who've been married for a long time kept saying to me, "Man, now I understand why he does this or why he says that."
Wonderful. Well, okay, the book highlights some myths that women have. For instance, men never want the woman to initiate sex. Now, the reason I'm asking this question is because usually I just strong-arm the dude. I just put my forearm in his windpipe and go, give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Give it to me. What say? Give it to me. I do that Rick James on
Dr. Ian, is that myth true or false,
man? Well, here's the deal. The deal is that really that guys, in the old days, it was about, women couldn't be aggressive, but guys really like to have a woman who is willing to actually initiate the physical intimacy some of the time.
Okay, hold on, Dr. Ian. I need clarity. What type of initiation do you mean? Because I don't want to start on him.
Well, no, what do you mean? I mean, you want to take it easy, Cheryl. You got to ease your way into it, okay? You don't want to scare him. But, I was in New York, out for dinner, and we was with this big group, and a woman said that she never initiates sex with her husband. And I looked at her and was like, I can't imagine what your husband is thinking. And once again, guys don't mind initiating physical intimacy most of the time, but some of the time a man wants to feel like you really want him and not just doing it because he wants to do it. That's important.
Well, so what do you mean? Like snuggle up on him? What do you mean? Because I need to know. Do you mean like snuggle up
before
on him?
You strong arm somebody.
Right.
But wait a minute. I don't think you guys heard Tommy say, attack me.
Yeah, no, I like to be body slammed and then jumped up on. I'd like that. I'm sorry.
And see, some guys like a woman to make all the moves, and people say, why is that? Well, because guys have fragile egos, to be honest with you, and the biggest fear of a guy is rejection in a relationship. And some men are like, listen, do what you need to do. I'm good with that.
Oh, so I'm going to do it like they used to do James Brown and the JBs. Move it, groove it. I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
Some men like the aggression from the ladies, though. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm going to dial it up a notch. Thanks, Tommy, for helping me. I'm going to dial it up.
Put me in a chokehold. I'm just telling you, okay? Hey, Dr. Ian, the biggest question of all is, are men really afraid of commitment?
Absolutely not. This is what I want women to understand very clearly. It's not that men are afraid of commitment. It is that men are afraid of being committed to the wrong person and having to deal with the aftermath when it is the wrong person. And that's why men, it's not that a man wants to lead a bachelor life and be single all of that. That's not true. But a man wants to be in that long-term relationship with the right person, and therefore he is a little slower coming to the table because he wants to make sure it is absolutely right. That's how it is.
He don't want the drama. He don't want the drama.
No.
That's pretty much.
In fact, there's a study in the book that over 6,000 men were asked, what do they think is the greatest male status symbol? And the number one answer was starting and having a family. So, men do want to be committed. Men want to, have a family, but you can't make an ultimatum to a man to say, you must marry me or take the highway. That doesn't work either. There's a way to talk to a man and bring him into that, and the book will help women to realize how to do that in a way that works for both of them.
That's true. You know what you got, from my perspective, you got to have the right girl, or I'm going to be depressed if I don't.
Absolutely. It's got to be
completely depressed, man.
Or the relationship won't work. I mean, really.
And that's the
You're
key.
not with the right person.
And that's what. And I say all the time. I was down in Dallas yesterday, and a woman was talking to me about the book, and I said to her man, her husband separated after 6 months, and I said to her, listen, you have to figure out, is he the right person for you?
Mm-hmm.
You're waiting around for him to make a decision, but maybe even though you love someone, it does not mean they're the right person for you. That's the key. You got to figure out who's the right person.
Deep.
You can love somebody and not be with them. I say it all the time. It may not be the person for you.
What else, man? What else? Give me some more examples. What's going on in a man's mind?
Well, listen, people say all the time that, a man is afraid of a woman who is more successful or who makes more money. And that is simply not the case. I've never met a guy who said, I want to be with a woman who's poor and broke and doesn't have a job. You never heard that. But here's the deal. A man doesn't want to be in competition with your next promotion. And so a man wants to know that you need him, that you want him, and that he does have a priority in your life, even if you're making more money or you have a higher profile job. Men like to feel needed. And I say this repeatedly through the book. Men have egos. Right or wrong, men have egos. And if you can nurture that ego and make them feel like you want them and need them, all is good. You can get whatever you want from a man.
Oh, this is true.
No matter what your status is.
Yeah.
I can be with Oprah. You think me and Oprah can't get along?
Well, you got to
Oprah can get
out of the way,
along.
too.
That's your absolutely. That'll be your boo.
And let me tell you something else. Married women people have been in relationships for a long time, and they have said, I don't know, it's getting a little stagnant. I don't know what to do, how to change things up. Even if you've been in a relationship for a long time, there's still things that you need to do, things you need to say that can put more sizzle into a relationship. It's not a fait accompli that because you've been married or going out for a long time that it's over and that the excitement is over. And the book goes through some things that guys like that can still make your man feel good and excited to be in the relationship.
Really?
Hey, man, you getting any feedback? You got to be, if you're telling women the truth, guys got to be coming at you like you a traitor or coming at you wrong.
No, just the opposite. Guys are happy because these are things that guys really want their women and wives to know, but for whatever reason they haven't told them. And so they're saying, Dr. Ian, thanks for writing this because I've been wanting to say this. Now you've said it for us. So they're actually happy about it.
Wow.
The book is called The Truth About Men, The Secret Side of the Opposite Sex.
Good
We
talking
thank
to
you, Dr. Ian, man.
Hey, check me out at Dr. Ian Smith on Twitter. Spell the doctor out.
And when can we expect you on the talk? You're shooting it pretty soon, right?
Yeah, we're shooting today. So check out the talk today. Cheryl and I and other ladies, we're going to be having it out at the big table.
Right. And remember, ladies, Tommy like a chokehold and Tommy like to be body slammed. Remember
You're
that.
listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.